Today I'm going to read the book The Nectarean Ocean of the Holy Name by Sachinandan Swami Maharaj. By summarizing the 6 beats in the Garden of Life, Srila Prabhupada explains how to distinguish those weeds from the Bhaktilada. These unwanted creepers simply present obstacles for the real creeper, the Bhaktilada. One should be very careful to avoid all these unwanted things. Sometimes these unwanted creepers look exactly like the Bhaktilada creeper. They appear to be of the same size and the same species when they are picked together with the Bhaktilada creeper. But in spite of this, the creepers are called upashaga or weed. A pure devotee can distinguish between the Bhaktilada creeper and a mundane creeper, and he is very alert to distinguish them and keep them separate. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 19.159. Chanting in humility. As mentioned above, most essential is the proper attitude towards the chanting of the holy name. To chant the holy name always, one should be humbler than the grass in the street and devoid of all desire for personal honor, but one should offer others all respectful obeisances. A devotee engaged in chanting the holy name of the Lord should practice forbearance like that of a tree. Even if rebuked or chastised, he should not say anything to others or to retaliate. For even if one cuts a tree, it never protests, nor even if it is dying up and dying, does it ask anyone for water. One who thinks himself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, and who does not expect personal honor, yet is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord. Raising my hands, I declare, everyone please listen to me. String this verse on the thread of the holy name and wear it on your neck for continuous remembrance. One must strictly follow the principles given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this verse. If one simply follows in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya and the Goswamis, certainly he will achieve the ultimate goal of life, the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 17.26 to 28 and 31 to 33. In the purport to the above verse 32, Srila Prabhupada explains, when chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in the beginning, one may commit many offenses which are called Nama Basa and Nama Aparada. In this stage, there is no possibility of achieving perfect love of Krishna by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Therefore, one must chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra according to the principles of the above verse. Chanting is very simple, but has to be practiced seriously and humbly. Therefore, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, advises everyone to keep the Trinada beavers always strung around the neck. Humility is the most essential attitude for proper chanting. If one chants like an arrogant fool or with full of lust, there is no way to actually hear the holy name. Chanting with respect and veneration. Devotees of the personality of Godhead know that Sri Krishna, the son of the King of Brija, is the absolute truth. They do not discriminate between Sri Krishna's name, form, and pastimes. One who separates the Lord's absolute name, form, and qualities must be understood to be lacking in absolute knowledge. A pure devotee knows that when he chants the transcendental name Krishna, Sri Krishna is present as transcendental sound sound. He therefore chants with full respect and veneration. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 2.11. While sitting down for chanting, we should be aware that we receive Krishna first on our tongue and then in our heart, and we should behave accordingly. This results in a practical attitude because if one respects and venerates a person, he naturally wants to serve him. Therefore, the Japamala should never be put on the floor nor taken to a dirty place like the toilet. Chanting with dependence on Krishna. Srila Prabhupada said that one should chant in the attitude of a child who is fully dependent on the mercy of his mother. This comparison is very suitable. A mother can recognize precisely crying of her child. She does not come at every call, only when her baby cries with certain intensity. Then she rushes to the child. Similarly, our attitude when chanting is decisive, whether Krishna reveals himself or not. An apathetic chanter who absorbs his rounds absent-mindedly and without real interest, rather automatically, will not be heard by Krishna as much as a devotee who takes complete shelter of Krishna while chanting. In summary, Prabhupada here explains how to identify the six beats from our Bhakti Lada or the creeper of Bhakti. When the Bhakti Lada is growing, beats are also growing along with that. The six beats mentioned here are, I think it was read yesterday, Nishitachara, actions that are prohibited in the scriptures. Kutinadi, the propensity to find faults or to pretend to be an important devotee. Jiva Himsa, killing animals, but also envying other living entities. Labha, the desire for material gain. Puja, striving for popularity and admiration. Pradishta, the desire to become an important person in the material world. Sometimes the weeds look exactly like the real plant in our yard. Same way, the weeds resemble the Bhakti Lada, but it is an obstacle for spiritual growth. Devotees have to be vigilant about this, otherwise, it will lead to Nama Aparada or Nama Abhasa. The core Bhakti Lada is having the right mindset while chanting the holy name, as emphasized by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching, to be humbler than the grass and more tolerant than a tree, Srinada Visunichana verse. Offering respect to others while expecting none. The humility is important, as arrogance or lust impede true hearing of the holy name. We have to clean up the mirror of our heart in order to hear the holy name. Chedo Darpanamarjanam verse. Devotees understand that Krishna's name, form, and pastimes are non-different than the real Krishna. Thus, chanting Krishna means Krishna is present before us as transcendental sound, requiring full honor and respect. This respect leads to a desire to serve Krishna. Finally, chanting should be done with complete dependence on Krishna's. Same like a child's reliance on his mother for his needs. Ensuring that the chanting is heartfelt and not just a mechanical act. We should be aware that we receive Krishna first on our tongue and then in our heart. If we strictly follow the principles given by Lord Sri Chaitanya and the Goswamis, certainly we will achieve the ultimate goal of life, the lotus feet of Lord